Okay, hello again. I'm sorry. I didn't know I only had 15 minutes with this app. So this is the second part of the video. We were saying that this last question, is in the grammar of the unreal conditional, right? So when you respond with your partners, please try to use the unreal conditional. Now, I suppose right now you're starting to talk, so I'm not going to interrupt you. Please, everybody in the group should participate. Don't extend like too much the idea of these activities that is around 10 or 15 minutes. So if you are 3 people in the group, you socialize, you share the first question, then the second one, and the third one, right? As we usually do in class. So I especially want you to really practice on the third one, because in that way we can recycle the grammar of the unreal conditional. All right, so I think we can do that like that. I'm sorry, I'm going to move this because I need to present it. Here my face is too big. Here, I think you cannot see the title. Wow, I think that's good. Yeah. So when you finish sharing, when you finish the previous speaking activity, we're going to go with this part of the book. This is on page, everybody go to page, here you go, one sec, page 122. Yeah, this is page 122. And the title of the lesson is A Hotel Nightmare. Now we have a problem. I would like to play the audio, but if I'm not mistaken, with this application, with this recording app, you won't be able to hear it. So I propose to you, I'm going to read, I'm going to be person A and person B, and then after I read, you can practice with your partners, and you also read. Well, one person is A, the other person is B, and you can change roles, okay? Let's pay attention to the expressions we have here. These expressions, amores, these ones that you see on black or in bold, are expressions to describe your feelings or to ask about another person's feelings. And they're not complicated, actually. I think it's just good vocabulary as usual. So I'm going to start reading. Try to follow the reading with me. Try to check your pronunciation when you read. And, well, let's do this. I'm going to start. So, what happened to you last week? I got your text. You said you were at a hotel on the coast or somewhere, and you were having problems. Yeah, one big problem. I reserved a room online with a hotel booking website, not directly with the hotel. And when I go to the hotel, there was no reservation. Oh no, you must have been furious. Actually, I was shocked. Then I was mad at myself for not checking with the hotel before I got there. So, what happened? Well, first, they said I should call the booking company, but then they checked the computer and told me there were no rooms available anyway. What a nightmare. Yeah, what did you do? I called the booking company and told them about the problem. They apologized and said they'd find me another hotel, but I waited. Then they told me they had a room in a 5-star hotel, and I didn't have to pay anything more. I bet that made you feel very good. Yeah, I couldn't stop smiling. It turned it into a dream vacation. I'm sorry about that. Bleh. But I don't want to repeat this video again. So let's forget that happened, yeah? I couldn't stop smiling. It turned into a dream vacation. Okay, now it's your turn to read. Try not to have the same mistake as I made. And maybe we can do it like this. Person A reads, person B, and if you have another person in the group, that person can listen and check mistakes or try to evaluate the other people or your partners. Okay, it works. When you finish reading, Try to identify which of these expressions are used to describe feelings and which of these expressions are used to ask or guess other people's feelings, right? So I'm going to give you some minutes to do that. If you want, you can stop the video. And you can also do this exercising. It's pretty easy, I think. So try to do it, stop the video. And now if you're back with me, let me show you the right answers. Sorry. So first, how do you, or which expressions do you use to describe your feelings? What do you think? Okay, expression number 1. Actually, I was shocked, right? I was shocked, like you're expressing how you were feeling. What else? What do you think? What a nightmare, right? What a nightmare. It's the other expression here. And finally, what do you think? I couldn't stop smiling. I couldn't stop smiling. That person is describing their his feelings in this case. Okay, now what about when you want to guess, when you want to suppose the other person's feelings? I'm sorry if you listen to my cat. I don't know if you can listen to her. Okay, what about asking about, okay, this part, we have, you must have been furious. You must have been. Try to practice the contraction. You must have been. Must have been. We usually say it, connected, and we say you must have been. You must have been furious. You must have been furious. Must have been. And the other expression we can use in this case is I bet. I bet that made you feel good. Or you can say I made that made you feel happy or angry or stressed, frustrated, etc. So you can change good, of course, for any other state, and you can change furious again for any other mood or state. Furious, happy, excited, etc. Well, these are expressions we use in any type of conversation. If you are listening to a person's story, like, hey, yesterday I was at the bank and we heard, I don't know, an explosion. Oh my God, you must have been scared. Yeah, sure, like you are guessing, you're asking or guessing about what I was feeling in that moment. So in those cases, we use this type of expressions. I don't know if you may have questions about this. I don't think so. I bet. Do you understand what I bet is? Is the action that you do in a casino. In a casino, you bet money. In this case, you are not betting money. You are betting an idea. You're saying, oh, I bet, like, I suppose. It's like supposing. I suppose that made you feel good. Okay, that's the conversation. In this moment, I suppose maybe you finished with the exercise C. So I'm going to give you the answers. If you haven't finished, stop the video, do the exercise C, and then play the video again, and I will share the answers with you. So the answers in this case are, I finally passed my driver's test. How did that make you feel? Would be the right response. You must have been excited about the news. Actually, I was shocked. B. What a nightmare. Oh, wait. What a nightmare. Actually, I was shocked. I'm sorry. Number 3 is the airline lost my bags. Well, you must have been furious, I think it's the best answer. And how did you feel after the exam? Great, I couldn't stop smiling. Yeah, I think those are the right ones in this case. Okay, we have 5 minutes to finish before the application cuts me off again. very rude. So let me go back to the presentation. Okay, can you see the presentation? Hopefully yes. Okay, after we finish with this part, I have this very nice strategy for you to expand your answers. I think it's a great strategy. As I was saying in the first video, it's something similar to the PPF, present, past, future. But I'm giving you more options and maybe another possibility for you to learn to expand your answers. So in this case, I want you to imagine you receive a very silly question, very simple question like, for example, what's your favorite season? And if you can see on the screen right now, I'm sorry, my face is interrupting the presentation. So if you can see here on the screen, we have an example of a possible answer. Hey, what's your favorite season? And I can say, well, I need an opening, right? Something like, it's hard to say because I like all seasons, but now you give the answer. I would say summer would be my all-time favorite. That is the exact answer, the direct answer. And then you say, the summer is just great. There are so many things to do outside. You can be near the water. Yes, and if it's too hot, it's better to hang out at the beach. I really love the beach and water sports like surfing. And when you finish that expansion, that reason or that example, we can do a closure, right? With the closure, basically, you are repeating the answer just in different words, paraphrasing. So we're going to say, so yeah, if I had to choose, it would be summer for sure, right? These four aspects or these four steps can help you expand an answer when you are nervous or when you don't know what to say, right? Or when you just think it's a very simple answer. For example, in a job interview or maybe in an exam, it could be a good option. Other possible opening sentences are the ones that I have in this part. So if you don't want to say, it's hard to say because blah, 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 you can say, now that I think about it. Or you can say, well, that's a tricky question because blah, blah, blah. Or you can say, well, I can't say for sure because, or bad, blah, blah, blah. Or you can say, okay, to tell you the truth, blah, 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 right? So, after this strategy, and I am sorry that I'm going so fast. If you want, you can stop and maybe share with your partner if you understand the strategy or not. Remember, 4 parts: opening, answer, reason, and the closure. So if you understand this, we are ready for the next part. In the next part, I want you to practice 2 things. The expressions that we saw in the previous conversation and also the reported speech. So, in your groups, in the groups of 3 or in the groups of 4 that you are right now, I want you to select, each person can select one question. The question that you prefer. We have 3 options. What's your favorite hotel in Colombia? What's your favorite part of the year to travel? And are you a picky or a relaxed customer, right? So you select the question you prefer. You're going to prepare your answer following the 4 steps: opening, answer, a reason or example, and the closure. You prepare your answer, right? You're going to tell the answer to one of your partners, or well, to your partners, like in the group. And when you finish, when everybody in the group finishes, person A, person B, everybody in the group finishes, I want you to try to report like a summary at the end. You're going to report what the other person said, what you remember the other person said. So for example, if I don't know, Diego says, what's your favorite hotel in Colombia? Okay, what's my favorite hotel in Colombia is Diego, I don't know what, the Cameron, right? So my favorite hotel in Colombia is the Cameron because etc., blah blah blah. You finish your response, everybody finished. Then another person is going to report what Diego said. So, well, Diego said that his favorite hotel in Colombia was blah 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 because etc. And try to practice the reported speech that we saw yesterday. Well, that's the final activity, and I'm sorry it was so fast. Of course, in this moment you can stop and then you can continue.